And welcome, faraway friends. You have found yourselves once more at Darkeport, Curse of Strahd edition.
Strahd!
So, we are happily tourists in Barovia, and no complaints, right? Would recommend.
You know what? 5 stars.
Maybe if we could get a signal in this forsaken land.
I know.
And well, before we launch into when last we left our heroes, a couple quick shout-outs. Thank you, Constructed Chaos, for being our sister stream. They, I think they're going to continue to air all through the holidays, as far as I know.
Commitment.
Every week on Wednesday at 7, so same time as us, just day after. And go check them out. Lots of fun. Definitely not so much a Barovian vibe, but a lot of fun over there.
Good for them.
Which is good for them, yes. Also, Eldritch Foundry, thank you so much for continuing to sponsor us on this journey. They, of course, are the premier miniature creator. They're also going to have printing in color very soon. I think their Kickstarter wrapped. They did very well with that Kickstarter. So, for those of you who don't have the time to paint or don't have the inclination, that will be an option as well. My own painting has been a whole journey. That this one over here, Melissa, has furthered tremendously. But actually, I think a lot of these minis came straight from them. So thank you so much for that. And with that, we will see. Did I have a correction? Just continuing to learn these rules. So rules is written with money. We all rolled for money. However, we only get the money in our background because we went with gear. So it's an either or. And there is no way that I want to sit through and like, hey, it's 5 gold pieces for this and 20 gold pieces for that. That's way too tedious. So the only money that your characters have on you currently are what you started with in your background and what you have picked up in the house. And there's been a fair bit of loot. Not necessarily.
Yeah, except I gave my loot.
Except you gave away the single most.
This is what I get for not being evil for a second.
For not just being evil all the time.
Fail.
Anyway, so corrections. So many corrections. Had a correction on the Session 0 video too. But you know what? We just continue to learn and do our thing.
Yeah.
So with that. The
Fire. Significantly more difficult.
We got it.
Today.
So I guess your next race is
She's not feeling too good. Her magic is weak today.
It's the lighter, it's not me.
Go slow, go slow.
Got it.
It's a 2-hand operation today.
You have the 2-hand.
Some of the best things are.
You have
Come
to.
on. Nice. Anyway, there will be tails. Fear not, everyone.
Oh, you're doing both? Okay.
Why not?
Sometimes we need to practice our prestidigitation.
That's
Right?
That's true.
She's
always
weak
look
from the
flawless.
travel.
Right.
Her magic is not as strong
done.
as it could have been.
Nice.
Well done, my dear.
Right. Okay, well done.
Well, when last we left our heroes, they had encountered the Durst children. They had done very well in persuading the Durst children that they were safe and to trust them. Well enough, in fact, that I decided to forego them trying to possess you,
Always appreciated.
All right.
which they're supposed to do, but it did not. It actually felt like you really had established that you cared about them, that you were going to take them. And kind of through happenstance, you arrived, you went down a secret passageway that their dollhouse revealed, and almost immediately, the very first thing you did was find the crypts.
I do not know how to feel about that.
I know, right?
That is not how this adventure is supposed to go, and I'm here for it. So,
But it's right there.
so to the right. See, you get you pop a mom joke, and we're just not crazy. We do that. So we have and they were put to rest, and y'all did a really a really touching moment of taking Thornbolt, the younger brother, making sure that he was going to rest with his sisters so they weren't apart because they died in each other's arms. And you all got inspiration for that. So Kenzie, your character too. So if you want to mark down, there's a little, Melissa, will you show her where the little slot is on her character
Show me
sheet?
the slot.
And so you can use,
Something.
Like something?
Yeah, just little one.
yeah,
We
whatever
only
you
get
want.
one at a time.
So if you want, when you have inspiration, Kenzie, if you you get to re-roll one roll of your choice. Basically anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can roll first and see, and then you can decide whether or not to use the inspirations.
Okay, so, and does that apply for, like, each long rest? You get one per long rest?
It's just a one-time deal.
For the whole entire game?
It's a one-time deal, but you'll earn it.
Golden buzzer.
It's basically, you'll earn it back and forth, and you'll earn it for putting the children to rest.
All right, word.
Yeah.
Only the DM hands it out.
And so then you came to this macabre table situation where you saw that the cultists had, at least at some point, devolved into cannibalism and cross-species cannibalism. You saw a number of bones there, including halfling bones. It looked like there was an entire party of them, and that they had been gnawed on both by, actually, I think it was primarily people, yeah, when you were looking, because your resident necromancer had examined the bones. And then finally, you had a little cuddler in the barren pantry, Gira.
Right?
Cuddle your face.
Who wanted to face cuddle. That didn't last. That didn't last too long. It didn't go so well for it. And you are now tracking down the source of this incessant chanting, which Artexia has heard, but Kenzie, the player, has not heard yet. So I will serenade you with incessant chanting from time to time. Is it really incessant if it's only intermittent? I don't know.
No.
That's above my pay grade. Okay, so here I will begin to drive producer Sydney crazy by immediately standing. Yay.
Oh, we have a journal entry, though.
Oh, Scheisse, you're right.
forget that.
No,
See
you're
you
right.
in the day.
You're right. I stand corrected.
Cut me out there.
See? Go.
You gotta hear
You're right.
this.
Right. Civilized folk only lie to themselves, and this cursed house is proof. This house has presented as every other noble house I've laid eyes on and had to step foot in. Polished and clean, but in truth is broken, dusty in unwanted corners, and full of anger and bones. Bones. So many of them. Once we found the first one, neglected in a secret room and clutching a scroll, I thought, here's the truth. But I underestimated this broken clan of Durst. The bones of the maid stuffed in a trunk, a sharp anger, fear, and despair stuffed in with her. The bones of the children. The children. Never, ever have I seen the remnants of such evil. I have found children of half-blood discarded by those who birthed them in disgust. My clan takes them all in. But at least those were left on our usual paths. At least they were intended to be found when they were left. But this is monstrous, truly. To leave one's own children, locked away, to die slowly, and without hope, love, or even a chance of freedom. It makes my blood boil and my skin crawl. I do not know how, but we have all seen and spoken to the spirits of these two little ones. They were innocent. They did not deserve this fate, yet someone gave them this fate. The father, perhaps, who seemed to favor the newborn baby in portrait, or this creature in basement, who the girl says holds them here. Now we, this mismatched group, are in the belly of this place, and more bones litter the floor. One creature is dead. At least this one was flesh and blood. But it is not the true monster here, I think. My unwilling companions have shown themselves ready to work together. The dwarf, who not long ago eyed me warily from the other side of a campfire, now heals my wounds. This simple, yet miraculous act gives me hope that together we can overcome the dark nightmares here. We have given these children some measure of peace. Their bones lie in the earth now, their spirits at ease. That seems to be enough for them. But it is not enough for me. What we have found, and I imagine what we will find in the depths of this cursed house of death, are redefining what forms evil can take. If this is nothing more than a trick within a bad dream, I will face my demons. If this is no dream, then whatever monster lives is in such a broken and pained place does not deserve to know peace. This group did not choose this moment, or even each other. But like my beloved has told me before, fate often weaves threads of hope among the darkest of patterns.
Beautiful.
Do I clap? I feel like That was great. That was great.
It's really eloquent.
Hi, Gira. She's a smarty.
Indeed. Can I borrow a pen from you, one of y'all? Because mine just decided it was going to die. Do you have? But I don't want to take your last one.
Oh, I've got an extra one.
We've got multiples.
If you have an extra one, I thought I usually have some stashed under here, but apparently I've been eating them as I do.
It's hungry work being the dude.
Hungry work and thirsty work. Thank you, dear. All right. Okay, and up. So, kick that off here. Alrighty. So we had lay chanting going on, and is this what order are we going to be in? I know we had talked about this before, but I want to firm this up again. So Gira's in the front.
Yeah, I know Gira's in the
Gira
front.
was in the front, and then Finny was behind you.
Yeah, everyone was kind of
That's
like,
right, Finny.
and she's like, we go this way.
That's right.
know.
Finny, Finny's going to be there.
Me and Justin were somewhere in the middle because I had said I wanted to be farther away from Morgathy.
I'm going to say Morgathy's here. I'm going to say, Justin, do you want to be the caboose?
Can. I usually tried to stay a little closer to the front because I'm one of the tougher shield.
You're beefy.
Morg wants as many bodies between him and danger as possible. So,
Okay.
I mean back. I don't care.
okay.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care. Throw me in the back.
Well,
Can I cuss? I
needs
don't think I can cuss. Right?
needs of
Yeah, you
the
can.
needs of the party, Farron. You're just trapped. You're trapped.
Not even
You're trapped with Morgathy right now,
your bestie.
bestie. Okay.
Yeah, same. The people who hate him the most were like, fucking this guy.
It was a hate sandwich with me and you. We're like, fuck this guy.
All right. So you are
The rolling of eyes is strong with this one.
there, and as soon as you get Gira, you get to here, to the center spot.
To the blanket.
You're like, what is this blanket?
You get
It's
to the
awesome.
blanket.
We all find cozy happiness
You get-
and take a nap.
That's. How did you know?
Nice.
That's exactly what happened.
Level 3!
That's exactly what happens.
For real.
So off blanket, there is a hallway. So you see this one starting, this one.
Another intersection.
With the stairs down. Yeah.
We went
you're-
5
We got a
feet,
fork.
and there's another
Yeah.
intersection.
There's
More
an-
choices.
There's another intersection,
Can't bloody see.
and then you have one that's 10, and if
So it is a 4-way intersection.
it's a 4-way intersection.
Oh, so
yeah.
you could go straight too.
Yeah. And
We
there's
can go straight, we can go to the left, we can go to the right, downstairs.
Kinsey,
Downstairs,
if you need
upstairs?
if you need to walk around here to see it, you're welcome
Yeah,
to as well.
real quick.
Yeah,
I
no.
can't see nothing.
No, I know. Come on over.
Don't want to steal your information.
No, it's okay. No, come over here so you can see it. Okay.
Your social security number over here.
Pin number, everything.
Does that-
Okay,
does that
yes.
help?
Okay.
you
So we
guys
have a
came in.
4-way
And you guys came in
from right here.
from. This was the stairway that you came in, and then you went down. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make
Okay,
sense?
yep.
Okay.
Much better.
And so
Is that down on the right?
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my
I
little
trust you,
my
Gira.
little cartography, and I don't know
Follow
if
your heart.
my pen was dying.
Follow your heart.
This is a wall here.
Yellow line in my eyeballs. Every time I look at that purple, it's just like teeth. Is that how it works?
Oh, so we just
you
went
put the
all
purple
around.
on your teeth.
Yeah.
Makes your logo it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Eyes are now yellow instead.
Are there stairs looking ahead straight?
No. That actually, the reason I only pulled it back is because it curves around again.
Okay,
there.
so ahead, straight, and to the left are all the same level.
Yes. And so as soon as you hit, and it's kind of weird because at the chanting is at one volume, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you hit.
Yeah, and I was like, we're jamming now.
It's a banger.
As soon as you get into exactly that point, you You're not sure if it's magic or if it's some trick of the acoustics or something. Perhaps you want to roll on that. But there is a spike in...
It suddenly gets louder by getting into this intersection?
Yeah, it's noticeably louder. And you hear...
Good about that.
Yeah, she'll stop to consider that.
Okay, yeah. And you hear the chanting, and since you stop, you kind of orient yourself. You don't need to make a perception roll. It's noticeably louder off toward you. Yeah, off to your left. And as that's happening,
Yeah.
you see things begin to burst from the ground. And roll initiative.
Son of a gun.
Oh, look, more friends.
More friends.
All of us
Of course, Finny. Jeez. Finny.
Initiative's always D20, right?
Only D20.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Are you rolling for Finny?
I did, yeah. Although I need to be consistent and have you roll for Finny most of the time.
I finally didn't roll shit.
I did.
Yeah, mine was kind
But I'm
of...
happy for
And
you.
since who loves Morgathi the most?
All of us, it's a tie.
Okay, I feel like I should have you roll.
question.
I feel like I should have you roll for Morgathi's initiative. I did it this time, but from now on, I think I'm going to have you roll for Morgathi.
Okay.
Okay, what did everybody get? Melissa?
21.
20, wow.
Wow, holy crap.
Fight him.
13.
Which is helpful since I'm in the front.
13 for Texia.
Instead of the 3 that I rolled last
Durgan?
time.
12.
12 for Durgan. And Farron.
9.
Oh, you and Morg have to have a roll off.
Let's do it. No, it's an 8 on the die.
Okay, so Morg, and then I'll put you as it's like basically 9.0. Okay. And your friends are going
Last.
let me see here. Okay, here we go.
Let's do this.
So what am I seeing in front of me?
You're seeing the earth erupt, and unfortunately they rolled
Very high.
roll well. Yep.
Great.
So you're gonna get the
These, like,
full. So you're gonna get the
Skeletons coming out of
full
things.
description, my darling.
Oh, good.
You're gonna get
Yay.
the full description. Okay.
So exciting. I'm so excited. This is my excited
I'm
phase.
so excited. Okay.
Let's get on it.
So these things erupt, and from
it's
there
our friends,
and
the
there,
Shamblers.
you have some friends. You have another friend over here erupt,
I like friends.
and you hear some friends. You hear some friends over here erupting, and they're coming out. So they look. Has your character run into undead before? What do you think?
Prior to this
Prior to
entire
Baroque, yep.
lovely experience.
You may or may not have on High Terra.
Maybe. She's basically been working as a mercenary for 2
Okay.
3 years, so
So you went
possible.
you went really far away. I'm going to say you went really far away from Ice's End and her wisdom score and all of that. And there's a few patches left in that world that have necromancy. Not many, but you've seen some. So you immediately know this is no bueno. You see and smell rotted flesh just assaulting you as their claws are just about to, bits and pieces of bone dangling from their mouths and that are stuck in their skin. And you don't have to wonder too hard at least some of the feasters that had been going on just north of you.
okay.
Their limbs,
This is why I don't have friends. They bad halitosis. They just
their limbs seem to be their forearms in particular and their hands stretched out a bit like putty or clay that's been malformed, and there is both somehow simultaneously a hatred for you in their eyes and also a vapidness and a stare that's devoid of true intellect, of true higher
Hatred's
reasoning.
neutral, so that's enough.
Right.
Balances out.
Okay, and your first friend is they just get to do that. Okay, first one They're not flanking you, which is good.
That is always good.
And give me your AC again, 19. All right.
19, yes, because I got my shield up.
Okay. So the first one flails at you. You manage to bring your shield up, slap the hands away. It tries to bite you. You shove it off before it can sink its teeth into you. This other one, that is going to be a 18. That does not do it. Okay. The bite comes. You manage to turn your Poldroon into it, so it gets a mouthful of metal, and then this one glistens, sings, and hits you just right underneath your cuirass, just perfectly as it turns its body weight in, and it digs around, and it crits on you.
Oh, jeez.
That's right.
You're infected with the virus.
Leveled.
Yeah.
It digs in, and it's seeking your heart. It's seeking the warmth and the life of you as it pierces you for 10 points of damage.
Shit.
You feel some sort of wave of cold and a pure rebuff of life itself. And give me a Constitution saving throw as it tries to spread throughout your system.
That's gonna be a 16.
Okay, your chosen quintessence rears up and battles away that rising tide of paralysis and cold
Not
that was
today.
trying to flow through your veins. Okay, Gira, you are actually Okay, this one comes around. It squeezes in beside its fellow, and it makes its attacks at disadvantage. So here's the bite. It really can't even get past the fellow. Here's the slash, same deal. And then as this thing is gyrating and slamming around, it slams this one back because you cannot willingly end your turn in another creature square.
Angel is all about that
Okay.
specific rule.
I don't like it, but
I know, I can tell you were bothered by it.
I am reminding myself. Okay, and because you haven't gone yet, you don't get an opportunity attack on these. Fortunately, that bite really can't even get past the fellow, and that claw was getting towards your face, but after you just got pierced by this thing, this other claw is coming up. You threw your battle axe and slapped its hand away.
Hey.
And same thing. Okay. Your go.
So they're bottlenecking each other a little bit.
Yep. Pretty badly, actually.
Good.
That's fine.
I mean, they're not the smartest. They're not the...
These aren't the genius
Which
undead.
one is Gira? One.
Right in front there. She has a staff.
Yeah.
Closest to
Yeah, I
us
guess.
in front.
So Gira is going to kind of... Well, she's going to try to bash away whoever's on her left with the shield to create a little bit of distance to create an opening. So she's going to slash the one in front of her.
Okay. This one, this guy? This one is your target?
For just a shield push.
Okay, this one is your target.
That one's my target.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yes.
go for it.
Nice.
Good.
That's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Boom! All right, roll. Give me some damage.
Bash that sucker.
Give me some good damage.
I know, right? I better be. Yes! Max damage.
Max damage?
That's going to be 11.
11?
Yes.
Okay. You cleave into its head. That would have obviously killed a normal one. But it looks about... Sorry, song just popped in. Halfway there. Looks right around. If you had been able to smash it twice like that, you'd stave the head in.
Yeah.
But the undead flesh is pretty resilient. Okay, what else?
She's just going to yell back over her shoulder, "We have company."
Okay.
I noticed that.
Let's see if Belief Finney's next at 19. Gira! So he squeezes over here, being a small creature. He tries to knife actually short sword that one, and because you're attacking the face, he can actually come up and slash.
Nice.
He's not. Nice. Okay. Perhaps Finny. Perhaps Finny continues his reign of terror.
Yes.
Finny!
Okay, that's
His
close,
reign of
man.
tiny terror.
That's close. He uppercutted into its jaw. He took the jaw off.
Nice.
And because he knows to target wherever you hit, and vice versa. The thing is teetering. So he takes his dagger in his offhand. I think that's gonna make it. Nope. But there's too much flailing. And he's unable to score a needful hit. It just slides off the thigh, abrading some useless flesh that the thing doesn't even feel.
God, I just know the more you hit this thing, the stinkier it's getting in there.
Is he gonna?
It's getting.
Is he gonna try to? Okay. Does he want to try it? Actually, no. He can use a cunning action. Okay. See, he uses his cunning action to disengage. So he gets really low, really quick with halfling 19 dex reflexes and whatever is building inside of him because he has chosen as well, and comes down the stairs with casting a weary eye because he doesn't want to stumble into new enemies.
Yeah.
All right, Artexia, you're up. So you hear this screaming, you hear this ahead of you.
Can I push past my people and do entangled on these beasts?
You can. So you get here.
No, that's me.
That's Farron.
Oh, sorry.
Death is not I, and I have 35 speed. So
No, you can get through
Okay.
because that's 10, 20, yeah, 25. Now with entangle, that's a cube, yeah? Read me the.
Yes, okay, so grasping weeds and vines sprout out in a 20-foot square starting from the point within range.
Okay.
Is there?
So is that just like a circumference, like it's going all around me there, or do I get to angle it?
The range.
Do I get to like go?
The range is 90 feet, so it doesn't. It looks like it may not have to start right at her.
Yeah, it doesn't have to start at you.
Okay.
So basically,
You pick the
But it does have to
spawning
fit.
point.
you can summon them, but it has to fit. So you probably, unless
You're probably gonna get Yura in it.
you're willing to get Gira,
That's
which maybe she's okay with.
I can heal you after.
If you centered,
Take care of you.
if you centered it here, then it's going to hit it's going to hit all of them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to avoid Gira, you could put it like here, and it'll get those two, or here, and it'll get those two.
I didn't even see there was another one behind that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought there were 3.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
If you want to stand up and look,
Oh, I'm good now.
Go for
It was
it.
just the blanket was just right over his little head.
I do want to get all. I won't hit Gara. I won't hit Gara. I'll do the ones that are closer on this side, the darker ones.
That's still a good thing to do.
Over here?
It's crowd
Yeah.
control.
No.
it's crowd control, so hitting Gira is viable, but it's your decision. Okay. What is it? So you're gonna go that side. Okay. What does it look like when she pulls this up? How do you imagine
I feel it deep within. I spread from the ground and I make them raise up and grab it. Yeah. So.
Okay, they're all tangle.
Oh,
they're all tangling.
Need a hug.
And if they fail, it's a strength save. And if they fail, they're restrained. It should say in the.
Yeah, whatever it's.
I believe they're restrained.
Okay,
Sometimes
let's see. A creature in the area spell succeeds a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangled
Restrained,
plants
yeah.
until the spell ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Restrained.
Do I need to roll anything?
I'm actually rolling against your. Where is restrained over here? All right, I'm not seeing it. You're.
Let's say.
Look like
we're just
poker
gonna go-
chips.
We're just gonna go with paralyzed. To know. Okay, so.
Oh, cool.
So that one, the one that's right on Gira though, the bloodlust is in its eyes, and it manages to tear and thrash and rip away from the vines.
You mother flipper.
Okay, that's your main action. You still have movement and a bonus action if you wanted to wild shape.
And that goes, the movement I can like hit with my.
So with movement, you can move some squares, and then
Okay.
with your bonus action, you can wild shape.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So with that.
But it is really tight, so it'd have to be probably
The small
something
one.
smaller, yeah.
Like the wolf would fit
Like a
there?
wolf, yeah, wolf
Okay.
would fit there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. But do I want to move at all?
So you just move maybe here
Yeah.
and attack that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You. What? Jeez, Aru.
Does she get the wolf pack tactics?
She does. Okay, so that happens. What does it look like when, for the first time in your life, you tap into your Gaian energy and you're able to literally transmute your body?
It hurts really bad.
I bet.
It hurts really bad.
Does she scream for? And then it goes into a wolf.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
From a
nice.
scream
Okay.
to a howl.
Yeah.
Does she know? Does she know that that's going to happen, or does it just? Or is
No,
it just,
no, she wasn't prepared.
it's just pure instinct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. Damn, I like that. Okay.
Bone crunching.
Yeah, the bones shifting around, lengthening, maybe even snapping. Okay.
It's like a werewolf transformation.
You can't. So yeah. You can't attack this round, but you're a wolf now.
All right.
And you can.
You're a wolf now.
And you can maintain concentration.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't cast a new one, but you can maintain concentration while you're a wolf. And if it was at the terror table, I'd make you make a roll to see if you kept your concentration. But that's not in rules as written, so even though it's the first time, she just gets to keep her concentration.
Wow.
That's correct.
I think
What a game.
Okay, so you
a
are.
little wolf tear.
So you are. Yeah, you are concentrating right now.
All right.
Okay. 12 is Durgan.
Do I have a sense of how badly she was hit?
I mean, you're right next to her, so yeah.
All right.
How down are you?
Below half.
Below half.
She's looking bad.
That was half, a little more
All right.
than half of my health.
Yeah.
Crit.
Yeah,
gonna
so
butcher it,
you
but-
probably would have heard a but she's holding.
Little boy, sir. Let's see if this. Oh, eight.
Hope
Eight
someone is impressed by that somewhere.
Okay.
back. Probably butchered it.
So there's a light.
That's
A dawn's light on your hand. Okay. You reach out. You touch your back. You feel that warmth spread through your 80% of that wound. Knits instantaneously. Do you want to move?
Is there a place to move?
Not really.
Really? I will just try to. I mean, I don't think there's a mechanical effect, but just try to keep the shield up and keep them from trying to squeeze past any of us.
Slash.
Okay.
Although,
You could probably even basically take over one hallway so that Gira's. I don't know, because we can't share the same 5 foot
No.
space.
Nope. As Caitlin has noticed, I like enumerating.
no, no. At the moment, the casters are behind me. I'm gonna keep myself between these things and them.
Okay.
All right, have it thee.
Oh, wonderful. More things that I'm useless with. And he pushes past you regardless, though, so that's 15. Oh, well,
What can the necromancer do here?
you're just not looking the best, are you? Well. Frigidius Tactus. And you see the skeletal hand appear around where Finny had already taken the jaw off. And rips the head off.
Nice.
All right. Didn't know I had it in me. All right. So
More Kathy.
that's 15, 25, 30 back. And then turn. Okay. Farron.
She'll move up
Into that.
basically right where Morgathi was previously.
So you're seeing one of them down. You're seeing these roots and vines off to your left. You can't see the whole thing, but you can see it started like some heavy, crazy ass foliage. Insta foliage started over there. You see the one over here that where the hatred intensifies. Well, actually, it's that the dinner bell is wrong because it can now attack Gira unimpeded.
And then there's one right there on the other side of Gira and Thorn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Currently being restrained.
But in front of him, there's one that's not restrained, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's 3
Okay.
undamaged.
Okay. 3 of them. Farron says, more undead assholes. Shocking. And as she says shocking, some red lightning crackles in her fingers. And she says, taste Lucida, and aims witch bolt at the one that's right in front of Thorn and to the side of Gira there.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So it arcs out and crackles as you jump over Gira's muscular shoulder with the arcane energy. Roll to hit.
Okay,
Nice.
that's 19.
Nice. Okay. You see the red bolts begin to rip through its fetid body. Roll damage.
Yes! That's a 12 on my D12.
A 12 on the 12.
Nice.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. So the stench of electrified, rotting, undead, maggot-ridden flesh is now permeating this very cozy little corner. Along with some burnt foliage as well. That's there.
And my wolf senses, I'm sure I'm smelling it pretty bad right
it's
now.
pretty bad. You're like, okay.
So far, this transformation has not been good.
Okay.
Painful and it smells.
This one do they get to resist? Do they get to reroll on the top of their turn for
Wolf?
No, sorry, hon, for entangle.
Okay, when the spell ends, the conjured plants wilt away. I don't know, can you help me out? I don't think so.
Creature restrained by the plants. Oh, wait. Must be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
A creature
to 1
restrained
minute.
by this can use its action to make a strength check
There you go.
against their spells.
I guess they're eating their action to do it.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that one first as it thrashes around and tries to tear free. But you have a particularly thick oaken branch that had twined around its thigh, and it just can't get away. All right, so that one's still restrained.
Particularly tough dogwood.
The one, okay, as this thing is being electrocuted,
Dogwood. I see what you did there.
it bites at you, and arcane bolts, little miniature electric bolts, are jumping between its teeth. As it's trying to get at you.
Jesus
Sorry
Christ.
for giving an electric bite.
And again, you manage to jerk your face out of the way. And as the claw comes,
Keep that to yourself.
the claw doesn't get anywhere near.
Here, like singing away.
You hear the claws. You hear the claws gain purchase, but on your shield, and they rip down. All right.
Definitely wrinkling your nose at that one.
This second one charges in, and it just tries to kind of
Lurch
and embrace on you. The claw,
It's the welcoming
the claw you deflect, but unfortunately, it finds a gap right into your collarbone and gives you a little bite.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Got you.
She is just getting got.
And
Right?
mauls you for 12 points of damage.
Dang.
Puffs.
Right.
How much you got left?
That brings me down to 5 health.
Oh my flippin' goodness.
Okay.
What does my spell bring you back up to?
And now we have Agira.
I mean, I haven't even used my second wind, so if we
She's gonna be alright, y'all. She's gonna be alright.
Could be a good.
Yeah, with
Might be a good time.
5 hit points is worth maybe doing that.
So you dig deep. You feel that thing, good old chosen quintessence, keeping you up, and you feel a strength and a vigor return and start to flow through your body. Go ahead and make a roll a die 10 plus your level.
There's my D10. Plus, yeah, so I
Plus
get
your level.
2. Plus fighter level, yeah. That's gonna be a total of 9.
9, good. Okay, so most of that, a good chunk of that gash to your neck reheals. You feel the battle rage beginning to sing in your veins. It's not quite there yet.
Oh yeah, and now an axe goes just like that.
So that was your bonus action. What do you do?
That was bonus action. Yeah, she's gonna attack with the axe. So
Okay.
this, on the top of the head, she'll swing this up and bring it down on the head, since it's probably right there, right?
Yeah.
Or on its back.
Yeah, on the one that just bit you, or the one that's currently roasting.
The one that just bit me.
Okay. All right.
That one's going
Yeah, fuck
down.
that one in particular.
Go ahead.
Get your mouth off me.
Oh, damn.
Lie to us.
What do we got?
That's a nat 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
But
All
with
right.
my pluses, that's a 6.
You feel your axe starting to slide out of your sweat and gore stained hand, but you manage to grip it tightly, and there's an almost it would be funny if you weren't in a life.
If we weren't gonna die, yeah. We're gonna laugh about this later.
Where you squeeze the axe like a bar of soap, and it comes right to the and you manage to.
Okay, so I don't lose it.
Not quite. No, you get it.
I didn't do anything.
And I assume you're otherwise going to stay where you're at.
Yeah, because that would be my main action. That's my bonus action.
You do have action surge, which your character doesn't know about, but you as the player.
I now have that. That's a new thing.
Action surge, to activate action surge is a
I
free
think
action.
she would do that. This is a good point to do that. She just got bit and she just failed to hit it. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a one additional action.
Yeah. All right. Times. I think you just do it. Okay. So
she'll catch it and then just kind of go like, oh no.
time says, just like she had never transformed before. You've never experienced this before. Time actually begins to slow down around you. You catch it because you just had to catch it, and you realize everything is moving in slow motion around you as you load up again, except for you, and then with the intention. So you guys see
Yeah.
a skipped frame
Yeah.
where it doesn't look like she ever pulled her arm back.
It means I've changed something.
She just changed lives. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. You could do this. You could do this. You could do this. It's marginally better. It's not a 1.
That's good.
It's good.
What you got?
That is going to be a 12 to hit.
You still caught it.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Yeah. All right. Some of the scalp and the skull fly off, but it's still in operation. Finny.
Is it still in that spot, or is it get pushed back and it's
still
natural
in that
square?
spot. It is still in that spot.
Yeah, she didn't succeed at like pushing it away or anything.
No, I wondered if it squeezed into that spot to get to you.
No, dead body doesn't count as doesn't count as squeezing. Yeah, I mean
Right in front.
for game purposes, it's like that.
You go.
Okay.
You did again.
I just saw it like
Yeah, I mean it's funny. It's definitely it's definitely funnier looking that way.
Right.
That would be a hard shot. I think he's gonna have. Yeah, he's not gonna risk shooting through his friends.
shooting through his friends.
Oh God, and he can't. And he see. Well, this is why I rag on it, Caitlin, because now he can't. He actually can't get there. This is the only one he can get to. Okay, so he's gonna squeeze in there. He's trying to attack the kneecaps of this thing.
Do you mean shoot past his
Well, he
friends?
could move to
That's one way
behind
say
it.
You can't move through an enemy square. You can move through. You can move through a ally square at double.
Was so disappointed.
I know.
God. Okay. That sucks. All right. Yeah, because he's squeezing. I rolled a 1 and a 20. Okay, so Finny gets in there. He has this perfect shot behind the knee to bring it down. But as the bigs are jostling around, he gets jostled off to the side and just bumps up against the wall. He is going to try to use this bonus action to stab. That will barely do it, but that does do it.
Hey, Finny does
Come on,
something.
Finny.
Yep. Okay.
Come on, Finny.
Little bit of damage, actually, yeah, a fair bit. So behind the knee, but it wasn't the perfect shot that he wanted. And then from the jostling of the bigs, he's forced back. And that's only once a turn that you can do the sneak attack. Okay.
Used a bonus action to attack. Is that the right thing?
Yep. Yeah.
Offhand.
Offhand. Yep. Artexia, you're up.
Okay, in between my sneezes from all the stink, I have
wolf?
a +4 stealth, and I want to sneak behind the the furthest one over here on this side that's attacking her in the face, that's electrocuted or whatever the hell is happening?
Unfortunately, you can't get through an enemy square.
Is it just there's nothing around that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, the only feasible thing you can do, well, you could do two things. You could attack this one, and you will get pack tactics because you're next to Gira. Read that up. Read that up on the sheet. Yeah.
The wolf has advantage.
Advantage. Yeah.
That's good.
So you will get pack tactics there, or you can squeeze through past Gira and attack this one, and then go back. So you could attack either one. Your choice.
The one that's closest. That. Best.
Okay.
Face biter.
The face biter.
Yes.
This one that's already getting hit. Okay.
Jump up and grab him.
Okay. Wolfy wolf.
Roll. This one.
Yeah, and you get to roll 2 and take the better of the 2 because you have advantage because
We
of
love that.
pack
We do love that.
tactics.
Okay, what do we got? Oh, well, that's a 2. Oh, 19.
19.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Take
love
damage. And then it
that.
probably has like a +3 or something to hit, but yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't even need the plus. Okay.
Don't need that
You see where Finny, because this is pack tactics, so you see where Finny already made the leg buckle, and you seize on that. You grab just above where he's at, twist and rip, and I'm going to see if you can tear the whole hip off.
All right.
So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll whatever damage the wolf does. So it should tell you in its stat block.
The damage is hit points, I guess. Is 2d8 plus 2.
No, under
The bite.
action. Yeah, there you go.
2d4
2d4. Okay.
plus 2.
Yeah. So roll two of the
And that's
pyramids.
this one.
The pyramids. Yeah.
Little one. Okay.
Although in yours you have these badass crystals.
I know, right?
I need to use it. Ah. A 2 and a what? A 3.
2 and a 3. Plus 2.
2.
Okay, so 7 total. That's pretty good. For
Nice.
That's pretty good.
TVs.
Do we get the whole hip off?
Do you get? I know, right? Do you get? It's just one attack around, right?
Said plus 4 to hit, reach 5 foot.
Okay, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a difficulty 11 strength throw or be knocked prone.
Ooh.
So you may drag it down anyway. All right. So you don't. It's not enough to tear the hip off. However,
Might knock him down.
it now has to make a strength save against your bite. And it does not. All right.
Yes.
You drag. So basically, you get it and you drag it down. Right. You're thrashing around, and it's knocked. It's knocked over now. And you have a mouthful, and you're just holding your breath as you're tearing into this thing because
He has no leg now.
Yeah, you have the leg, and the thing is on the ground, which gives everybody else advantage to hit it, and it means that it is at disadvantage to hit other people. So it's a pretty good situation.
Okay. I get a secondary thing, or no? What was the things that I've got?
That's pretty much it. Unless
Okay.
you want to move, I would not move from that spot though.
good,
That's a
yeah.
good spot for you. Okay. It's getting pretty cozy in there now. You know what though? All right. And they called me a busybody, and he's move over, and he's shoving around. He says, "That's good. You people are all short." How tall is Farron?
5'8".
5'8". Okay. So yeah, it's good. You people are all short. So he reaches over your head, Frigidus Tactus,
Casually.
and attacks. I'm picturing like a cat pawing at something for his hand motion.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Okay, that's good. He has advantage because that would have been a 2. All right, but the other one was a 14. So the thing that's writhing around on the floor, he hits. It's a die 8 for chill touch.
Yes.
Necrotic, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he says, "That's 2 for anyone keeping score." As the hand comes down, grabs the face and tears the face off. The skeletal hand.
Well, I weakened it for you. Not that you can hear me. You can't speak right now.
So it's a.
She's thinking.
Yeah.
She's thinking.
He's coming in and finishing them all.
And then he's your finish.
And then taking credit
Well, I mean,
for it.
darling, of course. So that's Morg and Farron. You're up.
I can use my witch's bolt.
Oh yeah, you can.
Again,
You
so
just
I'm
keep
gonna
concentration.
Hit that guy again.
Okay, yeah. Roll damage. Because it's just still.
Oh, fair. That's only a 3.
Okay.
Better than
He's
nothing.
looking pretty ragged right now.
I think you're the only one that's done damage to that one, actually.
Trying to
Yeah.
take this sucker
Yeah,
out. He's
she
right
is.
by y'all. He's gonna be next to bite you.
Okay. Home dude's gonna roll to see if he can finally break out of your little oaken twine. That thing is still restrained. Okay. No, that was good. That was a good beginning.
Hey.
Off, because that thing would have been just running up the whole time. and
Yeah.
attacking. Oh my God, Gira. Okay. The first
I'm
one.
delicious. What can I say?
I taste that.
You are delicious. In fact. And now, this time, as you're trying to avoid the electricity, there's a moment where it might have been the person that it was, and it kind of jukes and then and gets into your forearm. And your fashion show wasn't quite enough to keep it off of you with the plate mail, and it gets you for 7 points on the bite.
Okay.
Are you down?
She down?
Nope.
You're not down yet. Okay,
She's
and then the claw comes in.
Oh boy.
The claw, and the claw finds exactly the same gap that the original one clawed you in. And it claws you.
Just fucking say it.
Do you want to hear this?
I need to hear it.
Okay. It claws you for 13 points.
Oh my gosh.
Is that considered an outright kill?
Once well, no, because it doesn't double your max hit points.
Okay.
Are you going to call upon your half-orc heritage?
Yes.
Okay.
I have relentless endurance when reduced to 0 hit points, but not outright killed. I can drop to 1 hit point instead, and I'm still in the game.
So you see, you're pushed past the limits of your human heritage, where any human would have been down. Your vision begins to go black. You're collapsing. And then that ineffable part of you, that is orc, and rages against the dying light. Does she just inwardly scream, or does she scream as well?
It probably starts as I imagine it starting as an inward scream. Like darkness kind of just starts taking over and she screams her way out of it, and then it physically turns into what looks like a raging screamer when someone, because she can't go into a rage.
No.
But it looks like the beginning of that.
All right. As you're raging for that split second, the shot that should have mangled your liver and gone up towards your heart, somehow those organs, they don't exactly heal, but they twist and they compress, and you're literally holding yourself together through that ability. Okay, because you should be down.
Right.
So this is a weird one.
It is weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Okay, but you are up.
Like it weird.
And I need another save from you, a con save, as that same wave of cold and paralysis tries to overtake your body.
Enough things are trying to overtake her body. Jeez.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yes.
All kinds of things are happening to Gira's body, okay? and once
She's resilient.
So in time with that blood, with that uncanny blood of yours, again you have your chosen energy cycle through you on top of this weird compression of the organs to keep yourself together, and once more it fights off the paralysis. Okay.
Dang.
Not today.
Gira, it is now your turn. And you are not down.
She is.
Come on, Gira.
Yeah, in this again, she can't actually rage, but it's the closest thing she can get to it.
You're pretty close. You're pretty close.
As far as she knows, the threat directly in front of her is gone for now, and so yeah, she'll just
turn and try to take this thing out.
Turn and hit it.
Go for it.
Really? That's okay. I did well on my saves, at least. That's a 7 to hit.
7. Okay. Is that a nat 1? It's a 2.
No, that was a 2.
A 2. Okay. In all the raging, you lash out blindly, and it just kind of sluices through air. Finny, Gira! Crying your name a second time this combat. Distraught. 10, 15, and good. Okay, one of them hit. That's probably gonna be enough. Yeah. So he springboards up, and like a halfling torpedo, he finds the same jaw shot, taking his short sword and jamming it up through the creature's jaw.
Nice.
out through the top of the skull, and for a second he's kicking. Whoa! He's dangling as the thing teeters, because your witch bolt is still and is just disintegrating as you're shocking it. But because of the properties of it, it's not actually natural electricity, so he's not getting shocked. And it goes down. It totters and collapses.
Yes. Fall.
And he still has. He does not like to do that, but he is going to move because you're going to have to get in there. All right, because you're moving right after him.
All right. What is it to turn back into my person after?
Free. It's
free.
It's free. You could bound through though and attack this.
Yes, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go through, attack him.
Okay.
You ever seen those alpha videos when you're running next to?
We need to find or make a wolf one for you or something like that. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Little creature.
Painted on Thursdays.
I know they have them.
Okay. And because it's already, it's still restrained, you get advantage, I believe, hitting it. Let me look that up though, because that might just be a paralyzed thing.
It might be on the back side of your little Curse of Strahd DM screen.
Restrained. I don't think those.
All the conditions might be on there.
Yeah, rolls against creature have advantage. So that's what I thought. So yeah, you get to roll 2 and take the better of the 2.
Oh, it's the 2d4s.
2d20.
What?
To hit, because you're biting. Yep. You're a little biter.
Wait, really? It says 2d4 for the...
Oh, that's if you hit
That's for
it.
the actual damage.
Yeah, that's if you hit it.
you hit first.
Okay. A 9 or an 11. Well, I'm taking the 11.
Okay. And you have a +4 to hit, so that's actually a total of 15. So, yep, you tear into it. And go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. We decide this one and this one this time. Oh, wow. Okay, 1 and 3, so.
Plus
2.
6.
Yep. Restrained is not. Yeah. Okay. So they do not. It's not a crit automatically. That's on paralyzed. All right. You still take a chunk out of it. Though. Remember that one hasn't been damaged though. But you rake. You take out some of its ribs, and Durgan, you're up.
Try do it again.
Is she still hurt?
Oh yeah.
Very.
Yeah. She's a 1 hit point right
I'm
now.
like, wait, can I not change back and then... Is that a totally separate move?
Oh no. You know what? Okay. So you want to do that?
I want to change back and do Cure Wounds if I can do that.
Okay.
Reach up.
Yes.
What?
I gotta
So you
touch her.
drop-
Am I close enough to touch her?
You drop Wild Shape,
Okay.
which is a free action, and then you basically, like, I'm imagining her kind of sideways. You kind of standing sideways, and then you reach out and you touch her. What does that look like when you heal somebody?
Did you not already do something?
She attacked, but she didn't do it. Oh no, you know what? You're right, Justin. You can't.
Okay.
Can't. So you can drop it, but yeah, because that'd be
You
your
have
main,
to wait
that'd be a
to
main
cure the
action.
wounds.
I was caught up on the fact that she can bonus action a Wild Shape, but the attack's still a main action.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I've been-
healing is still a full action.
I've been looking at like
Okay.
what bonus actions can I take to heal?
Yeah. Healing word.
Healing word's the
Yeah,
only one
healing
I
word, the
know
bonus
Okay,
action.
so I just switch back.
Do you want to drop it, or do you want to stay a wolf? With that, since you can't heal her in that second.
I guess I'll stay a wolf then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut the-
All right. So you'd still be concentrating anyway. Okay, so Durgan.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, because you still got it restrained.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause if you
Say it
heal me,
again.
then the entanglement.
Brende star. That is cool. That is plus 15 back.
Wow.
Oh!
Life priest.
Hey!
Like those.
So what does that look like?
That's a lot of health back.
Yeah, that probably. I don't know. That almost.
That'd be pretty bright.
That'd be pretty bright.
pretty
not
bright.
to mention the fact that like your wounds would just. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of
Yeah, that's not
positive
full
energy.
health,
to
but
just,
that's pretty darn close.
Nice.
That is a lot of healing.
Yeah. So you're right. He probably like almost yells the Hilbrazar and just touches and almost I don't know, maybe pushes you slightly. Just to really, just to really drive it home.
Get it all in there.
You can feel droplets of sweat beating up across your weathered forehead, Durgan, as you exert your spirit. Okay. All right. I'm here.
Oh my god.
The low growl comes off of me.
All right. At least you're down close to the ground. All right. I only have one person to deal with. And that thing is still paralyzed or still restrained. Yeah, that's a hit. All right. Frigidus Tactus. As the claws this time slash up the face back and forth like he's slapping him.
He's still just using cantrips.
Is there electricity on that thing still? You just see it's...
No, the one.
That one's down.
That one's down.
That was on the
That's when you just bit up.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of his stuff is useless against us. He's got some good hits, but it's all poison. Okay. And Farron, you're up.
Yeah, she is blinking a little bit because the
This is all
light
been-
that just happened in
right
front
next
of her
to her face, yeah.
And once she can see clearly, she goes, good idea, and sends out a chill touch of her own for the same dude.
All these hands like hanging.
Yep.
Okay, so you briefly you get really cozy with Gira for a second to look around the corner and get a clear line of sight, and then...
And I have advantage to
To hit, yep, because it is restrained.
Does fire get them?
roll.
Yeah, fire one.
That will be a
Fire's usually pretty good against
19 to
undead.
hit.
Barbecue.
19 to hit? Okay.
19 to hit.
It helps them smell better too.
So yours comes out and just
Maybe.
it starts clawing as well.
No.
Not much. Not
A
much.
2.
Okay.
Just like a coat rack, but with hands.
Morgathy looks quietly superior.
Do cantrips
Alright.
take a whole action?
They do, but they don't take a spell
Usually.
slot.
So
There's a
if you
few
look,
that are not.
if you look on your card there,
You have Shillelagh.
left-hand time it says casting
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It'll say one action for most of them, but
Or one
some of them say
bonus
bonus
action.
action.
That's
and
kind of
stuff.
useless in a wolf form, though.
No, yeah.
If you want to get into a brawl, you probably want to cast Shillelagh.
I'm looking at that,
Yeah, which is a bonus. God, dog. Okay.
Trapped.
I
Or is
believe.
this attacking?
No, yeah, no. That thing is still thrashing around. Okay.
yeah, for real.
Gira, I'm gonna say give it the roll and let's try to coup de grace this thing. Because you're next.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's not attacking me. Finally, I'm not getting attacked.
No, I
This is
can't
so
move.
nice.
I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do with myself.
It's a
Yeah.
one-time thing.
No, because it still is stuck fast by her entangle, by the roots and the oaken branch that had twined around it.
Yeah. She's gonna kind of have this almost half a second where she's like, should I or should I just let everybody? Nope, I'm gonna go in and she's gonna hit it.
Okay. So you have to squeeze, so you're at disadvantage versus its advantage, so your normal attack.
Yeah, she might even just kind of like just turn to the side, so she's
kinda-
it's not a full front.
Kind of like
She's-
that, yeah.
Yeah, and then just kind of, reach
That's
in
interesting.
with just the axe. Really? That's a net one.
Okay. This time, there's a spark as you hit some stone. Obviously a miss. And Finny.
At the end of that, then she's just kind of like gonna stumble back away into the wall.
That's fair. That's more
She's
than
gonna
fair.
like,
cannot
I'm
blame
not
her.
gonna hurt anybody by an accident. I'm just gonna like lean here for a second.
Finny runs up.
Going up and down. You probably feel like you've been on a roller coaster.
Yeah, it literally hit point roller coaster. I've got it written out.
You hear whoopee! Finny jumps on your back.
On my back?
Yeah, and For a second, he's riding you. I've always wanted a battle beast. Oh my god. Okay.
Get him, Fanny.
That's I've always wanted a battle beast, and he just effortlessly decapitates the thing as he hits it for 16 points of damage.
Wow, amazing! Riding the back of a wolf, just slices the head
Living his best life.
Yep. Okay, and we're still fighting, Art, we're still fighting, because he wants to ride the wolf for a little bit.
No, we're done fighting.
Okay, then he jumps off you.
Shakes off my foot.
Are you okay?
Samma, Tio,
I wish that would shut
Shut it. Yeah, she says to nobody in particular. I have been better.
So just we pulled back for a bit.
Yeah, I could use a minute.
Okay, where do you retreat to?
Wise idea.
Where do you fall back to?
Maybe back into.
Let's go sit at that
The cannibal den. To a known place.
Morgathi says, how about the crypt?
Hi. The crypt.
Okay, let's go.
I turn back into human.
Okay.
Into human.
Aww.
You know what? We totally forgot about the whole inspiration thing.
I didn't forget about it, but I also didn't want to use literally everything.
Yeah.
You were getting close.
The inspiration's the only thing I have left.
That's all I have going for me.
So we have,
I need at least a short rest. Then I can get 2 things back.
who's protecting the group? Kira, are you still the protector, or is Durgan gonna become that now?
I mean, she still is, like, trying to protect them, but she also knows she's not going to be able to protect them very well unless she takes care of herself right now.
So Durgan.
And she'll probably voice that. She'll probably, admit we're in a difficult situation. If we are attacked again, I do not have anything left right now.
Yeah, we should take some time to rest a bit.
Aye.
So Durgan, are you gonna be the first person to get attacked?
I guess so.
Kira. Okay.
Am I gonna be the first one? Yeah.
I'd love to be.
Okay.
You are currently second tank is up.
Backup tank.
Backup tank.
Damn, I didn't know you could be like a wolf. That's kind of cool.
I mean, you did heal her for quite a bit.
You didn't know you could either.
I was about to say, honestly, it surprised me too. It hurts really bad. I don't know if I'd want to do that again, but it did work out.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
Thank you. I mean, I think entangling I probably could have just hit you at the same time, and we would have gotten a better effect. Instead of you getting hit over and over, I would have been able to grab all of them, so.
Maybe, Morgathi says. I don't know. Those sorts of situations are difficult. Have you... So that was the very first time in your entire life that you've ever done that?
Yes, it was.
Well, I have to admit, I've been feeling more myself than I ever have before. It's interesting. I wonder if... Are all of us chosen? 6 of us. Really?
I was able to do something I have never done before. Time slowed.
Huh. Damn peculiar. So for our faraway friends who don't know, that's like the one weird homebrew thing that I do. Characters that can level they're rare, and they're called chosen. And that's how I don't break my brain. Because they're superhumanly tough, they're superhumanly powerful, they'd completely distort a world if everybody could level up by killing goblins. So so this way, so it would be rare for 6 chosen who can become very powerful, like in their career, if they would all just happen to run into each other. That's weird.
And here we are.
Okay.
Is it commonly sort of known amongst the High Terra? about all that.
So, like, you specifically, Artexia, since if you're chosen with your blood, it would be expected that you would join her wisdom's elite when you're a little bit older. They're called the Shining Host, and they're basically, they do her will throughout. They maintain order and safety throughout the world.
So this is a sign now that I'm being set on a path that maybe I don't necessarily want, honestly.
You may not want, right. Like, because of your society and everything is benevolent, benevolent dictatorship, like nothing is ever going to be grossly forced on you. It's just like the societal pressure is going to be really strong.
Is there.
Right. And that's probably what Morg is thinking too, as he's
right.
Because the two of you are the only two pure-blooded elves.
Oh, only 2 pure.
And Finny says, "Well, this is fun. I like it, and I'm moving good, and I'm just doing my thing, and I'm just. Did you see me shimmy under there, Gira? Did you see me just get up and I got him in the mouth, and then I got this other one in the brain, and I wanted to stick him in the face.
We're supposed to be resting. Can you bring the energy down a little bit?
I'm just. Look at me. I'm just.
Perfect. Thank you.
I shake my head and I go to the middle zone out thing that I do.
Okay.
Gira's gonna like put her hand on Finny's shoulder and be like, excellent warrior form.
Yeah, thanks. I've been working on that decap shot. I got excited, but everybody's so much taller. But like, it was kind of.
Shut up.
Okay. I'm thinking.
All right.
And he just like climbs onto you like you're a jungle gym, and then tries to
Oh, that's
go to sleep on you. Because halfling. So if there's personal space, it's not really a concept.
I would say she's kind of used to it by now.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all attempt to pass enough time to regain some of your energies, at least, while you're there, i.e. a short rest. And as you're, Durgan, I assume that you're remaining on high alert during this time while your companions try to catch their breath. Okay.
I do probably say at some point we're going to need the rest. I'm not going to be able to do something like that all over again.
So,
understandable.
You would hear.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're letting yourself relax because you need a moment, Farron.
It was still much hotter than it should have been.
She's probably gonna be right there with Durgan. Short rest doesn't do much for her, so she would rather be kind of more vigilant and be company for him in that moment.
Okay. Finny, despite his protestations, is actually watching over you as you allow yourself like a light doze. And you start to feel into these energies, these new energies. And like a fire that's being stoked and rebuilding in you. You can feel that ability to put yourself, to slow everything down, coming back and building up rapidly. So, Justin and Farron, then you hear... coming, sounds like it's coming down the hallway. So y'all left and then you headed right. It sounds like it's coming back in that area that you didn't hit. So like back there. Back through there, yeah.
The more ticks I hear, the more I start to...
I quickly spin around. Company.
Okay. Everybody looks, and then just before it turns the corner, the last click, it stops. Doesn't quite sound like a boot. It sounds more like a heel.
Mm-hmm. Like a bony heel.
Bone on stone.
Not bone on stone.
No, like literally somebody's a heel, like shoes.
Oh.
With a heel in them.
Wow.
But it stops before it turns that.
Not the red bottom.
Before it turns that corner. So it's just hanging
It's
out.
from behind us?
Yeah. So it's just hanging out.
The other way.
Gira, do you let yourself still relax enough to continue those energies up, or are you back on guard?
We could go check it out.
It's not finished yet.
If it's not finished yet,
just rest. We'll go take a look.
Aye.
yeah, like she's kind of like, she's got her eyes open.
Stay put it.
Morg looks at you. Should we be splitting up?
We won't go far. Sounds like it's pretty close.
All right. He draws the longsword then, and he actually takes up the post, like to block the crypt. And then the two of you, working as a unit, are you going to try to stealth up there?
Not really.
Not really.
We're not going to be
I'm not gonna like
loud and
go out of
clink.
my way, but
Right.
yeah.
But you're not creeping along. Okay. You go,
I don't know.
and
He might make a mock effort to like, but
if you're rolling stealth, roll at a disadvantage for you, and roll stealth straight for you.
he's not gonna be good at it.
You could get lucky.
12.
So I rolled the same number twice.
It happens. It's just
So I have a +2, so 14.
14. That's pretty good, actually, Caitlin. You're not. You're no Shelto.
9.
9.
wish.
Okay. What does happen though is as he's clanking up, you're quiet enough that somebody listening might only hear.
I am your distraction.
So he's actually kind of giving you some cover, some audible cover.
As we're heading that direction, she puts her hand over her mouth and says to Morgathi, I can let you know what's going on this way. You can reply if needed.
He can reply, right? Off of cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay. And he immediately says, right, if it's breathing, I can kill it. If it's undead, I'm pretty weak. Okay. The two of you get around the corner, and nothing. You are looking down a short hallway. It looks like this is a bit of a gathering spot. You see a couple bowls on a rickety table.
Where are we
that's
now?
there. You are. Where's my little pointer? I'm lost without my claw, Justin.
The claw.
The claw. So you are here now.
Okay, and we're
And
looking
then you're
down
kind of
that
looking
way.
down there. And there's a whole operation over here, but you haven't really gotten in. You are going down some steps.
I was about to say, do we move the peeps? Okay.
Yeah, you are. There are some steps down. It looks like as you passed off to here, it looks like additional crypts. From what you can tell, you haven't investigated, but you're just getting glimpses of kind of stone slabs in place and names written on them. But you haven't stopped to smell the withered roses. Okay. Meanwhile, that's about this time. It's maybe a little bit quick, but I'm okay with that. You feel your ability, whatever it was that allowed you this fantastic shape, you feel that starting to come back kind of tentatively at first, but you do feel the Gaian energies collecting in you. It's very hard, though, Kenzie, to draw it from the earth here. You're basically having to go like deep inside of yourself and pull it from your lineage.
Okay.
Like you're far away from the Great Mother right now.
Meditating.
But you do feel that wild shape, that ability come back to you. Make a nature roll or arcana roll, your choice. Actually, even history, any of those, arcana, nature, or history.
I'm gonna do nature.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's just D20, so.
Pretty much always D20 for.
But you're not
I
pulling off the
know.
wolf one anymore.
I'm not the wolf. I'm not the wolf. 18.
Okay. Since it's nature, it comes to you pretty directly. You, through that same lineage, you are, because of your lineage in High Terra, that is a long line. You see these images come to you of many, many, many women and some men, all elves, reveling in this ability. And you just know that the next time that you do it, it's not going to be nearly as painful. It just took you off guard. It just was shocking.
Yeah.
You know? But there is a way to do it that you can find naturally that will flow correctly, where it's part of your heritage, it's part of your birthright. And then for you feel that fire roar back in. It's still a small flame, but it does rekindle fully. And you feel like if you had to, you could get into that weird energy / headspace where everything starts slowing down again except for you.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong.
You just see you like teaching a class that to like young druids. Like, do you know how much it hurts to push your spleen around?
Okay, are you all going to go any further, or are you just going to basically
I don't think I like being toyed with. Why don't we regroup?
We could stay here, keep an eye out, and I'll tell what's-his-face to bring the others this way.
If they're ready.
Well, let me check. How are y'all doing over there? We don't really see anything, but we don't want to proceed without you.
Not gonna be able to keep going. We're gonna need to find a way to hold up.
Don't move yet. I think soon, from what I can tell. I'm not certain, but soon. If you want to, Gira.
Yeah, you'll start seeing Gira kind of like get up and start stretching.
Since you were
Lunges.
the only one who was damaged, I do not believe you have used your hit dice yet to heal. And you may do that off of a short rest.
I'm only 3 off of the full health though, so I don't want to totally waste.
You may not have another chance to get a short rest.
That's true.
This is because the short rest is what's healing, not a.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so it's a separate
So
thing.
you're
free
only
baby.
using one of your 2 hit die right now.
Yeah.
So you will have a second one.
Okay. All right. That's 6, so I'm back at full.
Okay.
Noise.
So again, you feel it's much more subtle than when you do second wind. It's not instantaneous, but over the course of the hour, you feel that chosen ability rise up in you. Again, this is why they have to be chosen, because it makes me crazy that everybody has innate regeneration.
Casual.
Because that's not combat medic here. That's not how human bodies are, or even elf bodies, as far as I know.
It's magic.
But you feel yourself, the subtle energies run through you, and over the course of that hour, it does, quote unquote, slowly, but that would have taken a couple days at least, and it just
Finishes.
Yeah, finishes
knitting back together.
it's a little crazy, y'all, if you think about it. What these mechanics would mean in real life. Yeah. And as soon as any of y'all use hit dice to heal, you know that you're chosen, because that's not a thing.
Okay.
Because that's that healing happens in 1 hour, not over a day or something. Okay. Farron and Durgan turn around, or do you wait, or do you eventually pull them over to where you're
Wait.
at?
Yeah, we're just waiting
Okay.
for them to meet up with us.
Okay, so they do eventually come up, and you see that you're staring into this roomy room. And the chanting has backed off again, so as soon as you left that area, but it's still just going and going and going. A wooden table and 4 chairs stand at one end of the room, and up again.
We were just having a conversation, but we're not going to be able to keep doing this. We're going to need to find some way to defend ourselves and hold up for longer.
Yeah, somewhere to sleep properly.
I mean, I don't really know if we're gonna find a spot in here. I think we need to.
Well, if we must have to go back up to the house, perhaps, but we need to find some way to. There's no telling how big this place is down here.
Well, let's at least go explore this fun new corner.
Aye, we're being beckoned for sure.
No, it's definitely not a trap.
Aye.
It's
This
fine.
entire house is a trap.
All right, let's see what's down there.
All right, you come on in. Who's leading?
Gira will probably kind of squeeze past everybody to get back
Gira
in
again.
front.
Okay.
Unless somebody resists, but
You come in, and you're looking at a fairly simple room. You're catching glimpses of. Not going to necessarily reposition every time, but just so you kind of have some idea where the party's at. The Finny would be boop with you, and he's never going to be in the back.
I need you to understand. I can't keep doing what I just did. I'm tapped.
We need a better rest, yes. Perhaps going back up into the house is a good idea.
Maybe if you just defend yourself better, maybe he wouldn't have to always heal you.
Hey!
Are there any like
see you
unlit
hold back that many
torches or
undead.
anything in here?
Sassy and mad.
Any light sources?
It looks pretty barren down here. And to that point, Artexia, probably within the next couple of hours, you're going to need to find a new oil torch or a new oil lamp, which
Still got that thing.
which they were which they were all but just went into your body when you were the wolf. So it's magic. But you see it's finally starting to run low, but there were like a gazillion of them up in the house. So you can easily find another one, but down here you're really not finding torches, lamps, much of anything. So either the things, well, you can speculate, but they did not seem to have an issue.
No need.
Yep, they didn't seem to have an issue.
Got it.
And then these guys are just the same little, because I'm not going to draw them everywhere, but this is just part of the ribbing, where it's to keep everything up, and that like pervades everywhere that you're through here. There is a pretty intense scent of mold that's coming from each of these little alcoves, and as you glance inside, you see these moldy little pallets that served as a sort of miserable bed for the people. This table definitely looks shoddier than the large table, but it looks like instead of cannibalism, there were actual meals at some point, because there are dusty bowls and some crudely carved wooden spoons, etc. that are around here. Nothing really of note, though.
So it started out as food, probably, and then they ran out and they had to resort to
Maybe.
other resources. All right.
Maybe. Or the ghouls could have been fed. And then as you poke your way around down here, it looks like there's another very small little stairway. But that's another hallway.
And no sign of a heel wearer.
No. Would anyone like to make a survival check?
Sure.
Actually,
Okay.
I'll say you for sure, and then I'll give Gira a roll too, because survival's tracking.
That's a 19.
14.
14? Okay. You scour the floor. Nobody's a ranger here, so you can only basically pick up what you would conventionally see from tracks. Clearly there's been foot traffic. Here you see, it looks like, boot edges that have been scuffed and heels that have been scuffed into the earth. But you would imagine that a heel would leave a mark, and you don't see anything.
These aren't normal heels.
Another ghost, perhaps? Seems like this place is full of them.
Or a ghost, yes.
Something like that.
Well, I'm not that tired. I mean, if we want to keep going on, we can keep going on. But I know you're kind of getting pooped, bigger guy.
Howdy.
If we run into another thing that just happened, then you will become the tank, Finny.
Me?
Dun, dun, dun.
And I may be small, but I'm mighty.
Say that all the time.
Gira's gonna go wander over to a moldy bed and poke it to see just how disgusting it is. Like, can I sleep on this?
It's pretty rank. I mean, if you were desperate.
She tries some prestidigitation to see how much she can clean it up.
So there's as you pass your hand over the mold, you attempt, and there is a deep reluctance for anything to happen. It sluggishly and begrudgingly responds to you a bit, but it doesn't do nearly as much as it should.
Oh, this is
Gira's
disgusting.
kind of watching you try to do that. She's like, I think the floor would be better.
I think
I
you're
have
right.
water I could maybe wash it off with. I can create water.
A wet bed sounds just as bad as a mold. I think the ground will do just fine.
Or we go back upstairs, as the
That
dwarf
was my
suggested.
suggestion. I think, as such as it is, the children's bedroom is probably as closest thing as we have to any kind of friendly place to be.
That's kind of twisted, Durgan.
Well, you have a better suggestion? Sleeping on this thing.
Ew! No. You don't?
Don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm looking forward to going back up those stairs.
And Finny's looking down. Well, it looks like it looks like. Hold on. Who had the lights? I know you had one, and then Finny did have the other one. Yeah, he says, well, there's a pretty big room over here, and it looks like there's, I don't know. It looks like there's a well in here, like water and everything. Because he's wandered off, as halflings sometimes do, kind of over here.
Probably how the mold is growing from humidity that's coming out of that water, honestly.
It's pretty big. Hello? Okay.
Seems safe, I guess.
I'm not going to go that far, but...
I'll be honest. If it was just me, I'd go back up the stairs.
If the water is clean, we could at least refill our water skins.
Some of them are pretty low now.
The question, of course, is it clean?
So, actually, if you're wanting that, I can just create clean water to drink. It literally says it's clean.
Morgathi looks at you. Save your strength, cousin. You may need to do that little trick again.
That's true. I can also boil the water with the cantrip of produce flame.
That's true.
We could make it clean.
Just get some water out of the dang thing. I'm gonna stroll right up there. Why are y'all so scared?
Morgathi shrugs. No, both have merit. I don't know. I'm not used to halflings making decisions in groups, but, here we are. So, come on, guys, it'll be fun.
Well, make sure it's not trapped, little guy. I don't know. Seems too good to be true to just have a nice little well sitting here.
Okay.
You sure were paranoid outside. You seem awfully strange down here.
He got hyped up riding that wolf.
Yeah, it was fun.
Apparently so.
Now I just know I have to ride on Gira's shoulders so I can decapitate things.
Just level up.
I know how to do it now. I finally figured it out. Yeah. 20 years has taken me.
Wow. We got a smart one.
Okay, so if
let's put it to a vote then. If we want to stay down here, we'll just fortify this place as much as we can. If not, let's get it back up the stairs and stop chabbing about it.
We're voting now? He sticks his little face
Well, it's
back
not
up.
like we have any kind of pottery order. But I can tell you now, I cannot keep all of you up and running until I get some rest. I need to commune with the Lord. And that's...
Remember, the girl
been able to
said
do so
something
since we got
about
here.
a stronger monster.
Aye.
We are not done here.
Well, I don't think we're done here. I think far from it. We haven't even seen everything that there is to see down here. And plus, I'm really sick and tired of hearing all that.
I kind of like it, and so Finny does come back, but as it's he's kind of doing a little hip action along with the Tio
So we can go back to the room we just rested in. What was wrong with that one? Just the chanting?
We still heard the chanting.
There's chanting. Who knows what's going on?
Okay, let's go back up.
Okay, all right.
Back up.
So you all turn around, and you take that's like about a 50-foot climb on the stairs. So it's quite. At least
we're gonna rest at the end.
It's quite a bit of stairage. So stairs, and it's this rickety. And you weren't here. You're just coming apart.
Wait, who was it? Wait, no.
Finny's getting you.
Half elf now.
The
Couple of hero.
you didn't hear this, but the cobwebs are so intense that you can only see 5 feet in front of you.
Oh, yes.
Although as you're going,
I was gonna say we knocked some of them down.
although as you're going back up,
burn some of them
okay,
off
you can
a
start
little
burning them
bit?
I
down.
would say I can get in front and
Carefully.
have a flame up. And...
So eventually, a little bit out of breath. Those of you who are bearing, although I guess for you it's okay, little dwarven frame, but you're not such a little dwarven frame. But you eventually get back up. You get back into the attic, which is the attic storage, which is where you found the body of the nursemaid stuffed into the trunk, who'd been stabbed in the pelvis, over a dozen times.
Yes, that lovely room.
Yes.
Which Morgathi still has.
Doesn't stink as bad in here.
Yes.
Right.
So Morg, no. Yeah, Morg is still covered. He's like, well, we might run into her crypt down there. I'm not holding my breath. Well, actually, I am holding my breath in this place.
Since you bring it up, that is why you took her, right?
Well, of course.
Why else would it?
And you leave. Doesn't continue to comment.
I give you an eye.
You leave the He smiles. You leave the storage, then you go to the padlocked room with which was the children's. Okay. All right, you're up then.
I did take the chain and the padlock off.
You did.
Yes.
So
And tossed it in the corner of the kids' room.
keep it that way.
So it's me? Or who is it?
Anybody who wants to go.
Go.
I had gone to the front to burn the spider webs. So
Okay,
I'm
all right, so you did.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say those cobwebs are gone.
Yes.
Then you were just burning.
Finally, we can actually relax. I might actually sleep this time.
Alrighty.
Or I did get some rest. If you want to go ahead, I can take guard this time. I did get a little bit more
I
rest
still
than
think
you.
we should be on shifts.
Yep.
I know we don't all have a lot of familiarity with everyone.
Morgathi
This will be a good time to get to know each other, don't you think?
No.
looks at you and says, I can transfer 4 hours, and you can take the back half. Between the two of us, they can actually rest.
Sounds good to me. She goes straight for a bed and lays down on one of the two beds.
Okay, on Rosavalda's bed or Thornbolt's
No,
bed?
Thornbolt's bed.
Thornbolt's bed.
She had been sitting over there with him, so
Okay.
I'll just plop on that bed.
Who else?
Him, definitely.
I'll try to get some sleep because I'm going to get up first thing and pray.
Do you go to you go to the other bed?
That or maybe pull out a bedroll.
Okay. So bedroll. Have to be definitive, so you put out a bedroll.
I'll pull out a bedroll.
Because you could be attacked in this room, so we can't have characters floating.
Okay.
Okay, bedroll. I assume you're next to Farron then, when you sleep. Okay. And he looks at you questioningly. You need to sleep, Gira?
Yes, I need to sleep. And she'll start pulling out a bedroll and she's not going to take up one of the beds. They're probably not even big enough for her anyway.
And he's looking at you, looking at Rose's bed, looking at you, looking at Rose's bed.
What? So, I don't know. I'm still envisioning that he's just sleeping in his armor.
Yes, although eventually that's going to start becoming tiresome.
Right. Okay.
For now, I'll let you get away with it, but I'm gonna see what the consensus is. Rules is written on sleeping in armor. Okay.
I think
part of the
it
reason I have to
does
sleep in a
take
bed.
a level of exhaustion if you sleep in armor
Is
for a
that?
long rest. I don't know if that's over one night or a couple nights. I think that's a DM discretion.
Is that where is that roll at? I
It's
love it.
it's under resting.
I love it.
I love it.
That sounds great.
Okay,
look.
Justin, will you look that
Will.
up? 2014, because a lot of the stuff has been updated to 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will determine whether or not he's in armor. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on the armor too.
Well, it's chained, so.
I think rules as written is if you're sleeping long rest in armor. Short rest, it doesn't matter.
Finney throws
Long
himself
rest
on the bed.
It's different.
Dust comes out, and he kind of he's staring up at the ceiling, and he's just idly kicking his heels every so often on the bed, until he eventually makes himself go into a little bit of a doze, but he doesn't really seem that tired, and he's got too much energy.
He's too hyped up.
Yeah, he's way after
Twitching as he's
he's way too hyped up after everything that's gone on. Okay, and then the two pure-blooded elves, you slip into your meditative. Actually, you meditate because you're going to take the second half. So,
Okay.
so Morg is up for the first half.
Don't.
He is going to shut the door. He's we can break down this door if we have to, but I
Yeah,
don't
we can
want something coming
we
in.
can break it down. It's probably old enough. Was it chained? What was it chained to on the outside? Since it's a single door.
Yeah, it's a single door, so
No, Dumbledore.
I'm going to say
I pictured a double door, but then
No, I said
clarified it was a
Dumbledore.
It's
I'm
still
sorry.
Not a double door, a dump.
I'm gonna say that it had a ring that was there. That makes sense to me. That the chain ran through, and then there was the padlock.
Yeah, so whatever's going on over there, whatever the chain could have gone onto, that's what Gira is wanting to mess with first and take it out of the wall. If she can.
Oh,
Or put it out of commission in some way where you can't
They can
rechain
have,
it.
They're basically going to have to rip it out of the wall, which you might
Yep.
be able to do, but the kids never could, of course. Make an athletics check.
Well, the first try is not going very, very good. That's a 9.
Okay. It's going to be a huge production. Honestly, Melissa, you could smash right through this door if you had to.
Okay. So she'll kind of figure that out isn't working, and then she'll just kind of mess with the door for a couple minutes to figure out if she could. Or at least understand the door to know where its weak points are.
That you can do pretty easily.
Or if she could just take the hinges off on the inside.
Then you won't have a door.
No, but are the hinges on the inside? Does it open to the inside of the room? Or open to the outside?
I'd say it would have to open in. Yeah. For how it was.
So the hinges are inside the room.
Yes.
So Morg is looking at you. What's bothering you?
I just want to make sure we are not trapped.
All right. Stay awake a little bit. Actually, you, short stuff, come over here. Who, me? Yeah, you. She needs to sleep. And, well, what do you need me for? Also, that somebody can watch my back while I do this. Frigidus tactus, frigidus tactus, frigidus tactus. And so the skeletal hand just starts clawing and clawing and clawing over and over and over again at it until finally, with that much necrotic energy accumulated, he erodes what the iron circle is embedded in, and finally manages to just yank it out.
Very cool.
It takes him a while, but he's like, we're in no hurry. All right, and with that, even though it's going to be not very much playtime at the back end of this, let's think about taking a break and what we're going to do. So we're going to leave our heroes sleeping and long resting, and we will see if anything happens to them. We will pick that up at the back half of this episode. Thank you so much. I hope you've been enjoying yourselves, faraway friends, and we will see you in just a few minutes.
BRB.
Eldritch Foundry is evolving. bringing you a virtual army of miniatures like never before in full tabletop-ready color. Paint your miniatures in our upgraded creation tool, then bring them to life in stunning one-to-one detail as 3D printed miniature masterpieces. With complete control over your digital color scheme, you can point and click for simple color fills or go all in on highlights, shading, brush techniques, and more. Create epic heroes and madness-touched monsters that are truly yours. Miniatures are 3D printed in perfect color detail using a new PolyJet 3D printing process, giving you unique, bespoke models ready to delve into any dungeon as part of your next campaign. Everything from one-off player characters to dungeon mobs and boss-level monsters that will make every player in your group jealous. But that's not all. You can take things fully digital and export into leading VTT platforms such as Tailspire and Roll20 to take your games and your custom miniatures wherever you want. Join the adventure of a lifetime. Back our campaign today to help us bring this stunning revolution in custom miniature design to reality. With Eldritch Foundry, full-color 3D design and printing.
Greetings, weary travelers, and welcome to Constructed Chaos, a channel dedicated to all things D&D, including live play streams and podcasts, 3D printing, painting, crafting, homebrew content, and guides for players and dungeon masters alike. Join our Discord for even more special benefits, announcements, and free downloadable content. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
And we're back. Faraway friends, connoisseurs of fantasy, and curiosity seekers. See, we got there.
Gotta have those two.
We are back over here for a bit more of Curse of Strahd. And get up! So you come up. You finish your meditation, but you still haven't. You're aroused.
Yeah.
And it's a frantic Morgathi. Up! And so all of you pop up. You snatch your bedroll off, and you can smell the mist. It's starting to burn at your nose hairs.
Oh shit!
And he says, "We need to go down. We need to get down. Yes."
Let's go.
This is after we've slept.
It's in the middle of it.
Oh, crap.
So he starts gathering stuff up, and as soon as you come out into the hallway, the only reason that it hasn't already overcome you is because you were in the children's room, and I had the bricked up window because you see it already starting to shove into all the cracks in the windows that are up here, and it's starting to descend onto the house. And so he runs over to the stairway that you were at, and then all six of you just like are hustling. Finney's like, "Huh? What?"
So just grab the bedroll and don't even bother rolling it up. You just
No. You need to get out.
just run.
How many hours were we
About 4.
down for? Okay. Well, then she is recasting Mage Armor.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. As you're running down the stairs, I think for you it's just a quick pass over your body, right? Okay.
But I didn't recover any spell slots because it's only 4 hours.
As you pull it down, Caitlin, for the first time, instead of that beautiful silver, there's a slight a slight sickly green tint to the energy. And then you're back down. You get back down into the catacombs. And at least down here, the stench, that acrid stench of the mist, has not gotten down here yet. Or maybe it can't, you don't know. Mm-hmm. But you're not smelling it anymore.
All right, well, I figured it was worth a shot.
No, you were right. You were right.
I'm happy I got a couple hours in a bed.
He looks at you. That wasn't enough, was it?
No.
I'm not around.
It wasn't.
I'm not around clerics much, so go figure.
But we did get some.
And what did we have earlier? It was 1 hour before?
Like a short rest.
So
So basically, you got back-to-back short rests, but it's mechanically it doesn't do much for you that you don't already have.
Well, so if we can take shelter where we were. Can we close the door on the crypt where the kids were? Is that even big enough space?
It's not a big enough space. You could get several party members like sardines in there.
Yeah. And the room that we found, the one that Vinny was all keen on.
You have not searched. Yeah, that's open.
That is that even defensible? Can we even close it off?
It didn't.
Door.
It didn't look like it, but you haven't been into the room with the well yet.
that's true.
The well sounds like something's going to crawl out of it. If I'm on my P's and Q's over here.
Unless
So-
the water's clean.
Morg just kind of looks at you like, I got nothing. Well, whatever you want to do.
I think we have no other option. I think we need to...
Well, it's either the room with the well or back at the crypts.
And he's,
What about the room with the
can't all
small
fit-
table?
We can't all fit in one.
There were only 2 hallways off that, no?
Morgathy just kind of makes a face. I mean, I suppose we could, but I just have a bad feeling about that room. Plus all that mold and I don't know.
Let's go check the well.
Okay.
I second
All right.
that.
To the well.
Back up.
Gara's gonna take a second to roll up her bedroll
now
a
that
little
you're
bit.
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she could.
Right.
She's not carrying that and trying to do stuff.
Okay. You pretty quickly find yourselves as you come back up around in a somewhat more spacious room. Finny was right, at least on that much. It looks like the room proper is about 20 by 20, and then there are 5 different rooms that are smaller rooms, but still full beds, bedroom sized, that are up there.
I think I'm cheating.
Are you cheating?
I think it
you a
sounds like
little
this
cheater?
one that we can see.
Oh, you got it.
Ah,
So, a 4-foot diameter well shaft with a 3-foot high stone lip descends 30 feet to a water-filled cistern. A wooden bucket hangs from a rope and pulley mechanism bolted to the crossbeams above the well. 5 side rooms once served as quarters for ? Each contains... Oh, you don't know that yet, so...
But what do they contain?
But what do they contain?
What happens next in this
So they
story?
do contain something.
crazy.
So you're going in there. It still smells pretty moldy up in this place.
Man.
And
Getting a headache.
you're seeing lots of rusted padlocks, and I don't think any of these have doors, so yep, they don't. Okay, these are just open air, and you're seeing boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Betty Boop.
Gara's gonna go up to the well and just kind of lean over and sniff.
I'd be careful. Something might...
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna lean. Yeah, she'll sniff, but also kind of look down into it. She's got her battle.
Treacherous.
Yeah, she's got her battle axe ready.
I love that Morg always makes sure that Artexia, you're between him and danger. Okay. No matter what's happening. So now that you've accepted, you're okay with the caboose, and he's not. All right, so you're checking this well out. As you glance inside from some of these angles, you can see these chests, and it looks like from the ones that you can tell, it looks like there's a chest in each of these rooms. They're rusty padlocks, rusty iron padlocks that secure each of them. and because of the angle of most of them, you can't really see into the bed very well, into the beds very well. How would you like to proceed? There is a hallway out here, small stairs going down here, and you think that these probably link back up with that table room somewhere, because it's one of those weird architectural things where it's like down and then back up.
Farron walks to the nearest room and heads toward it.
Okay, which one do you want to go to, Caitlin?
The one that's furthest, yeah.
This one? Okay. All right, so you're just like, screw it.
She walks right
you
over.
just go
She's
right.
done.
You
She's
just go right into the room. Okay.
I look around and I give you an eyeball. I'm like, that's your friend. You better.
Okay, so yeah, same. You don't see anything. The mattresses are somewhat moldy. They're not as totally compromised. And once you,
She does her prestidigitation.
if you do a quick,
she's like, there's a chance.
You probably knock it down by about 50%. And so it's like a dusting of mold over it now.
She throws her bedroll on top of the mattress and makes it
we go.
as cozy as possible.
Okay.
Smart.
Okay. Justin, I'm just going to go around the table real quick.
All right. Is this what... Looks like maybe this is what we're going to defend.
Good as place as any.
Let's take one of those beds and put it over the well. Just some creepy feeling about something's going to come out of there.
Well, that's what Gira was checking. She leaned over.
Yeah, you see it's about a 30 foot drop. Give me a perception.
Oh, can you? We shall find out.
She has some light.
Perception 17.
Okay. You left in such... You don't see anything stirring in there, Artexia. You left in such a rush that you never got a new oil lamp. So your oil lamp has about 2 hours left on it.
Okay.
So.
I still have...
We're going to need to find...
You still have it, and you can still have your cantrip.
Fire, though, that if it runs out.
Yeah, for sure. Just so you know. Okay. Between Gira and Durgan, you hustle one of the beds out. Which one are y'all gonna grab?
Maybe the one in that back corner, closest.
This one?
Yeah. So check the room, make sure there's nothing. Whatever. Bring the bed. If we can bring the bed frame out and just set
drop the mattress.
And the mattress maybe on top of that, just add a little weight. But
okay.
Move it down.
Yeah. I mean, these are sturdy.
Yeah.
These are like a wooden frame bed. So yeah. Okay. That's a lot of weight.
I don't necessarily think it's going to stop whatever's coming up there, but at least it'll make some noise.
Right.
And slow them down.
Actually, you can't get the frame through because of the pulley structure, but blocking you because there's a pulley structure that is housed inside.
On the well.
Yeah, on the well. But what you can do is you can fold the mattress. You can taco the mattress enough to shove it in there and make it really difficult for something to. I mean, it'd have to like completely tear through the mattress.
It's a ghetto. Like,
it's not great.
It's an alarm spell.
Yeah,
but it's going to make noise.
Can we take the bed frame and lean it against one of the open hallways then?
Sure.
Kind of do the same thing.
Sure.
At the very least, it's a
which one
hazard.
Which one do you want?
The one we haven't come in.
So this one. Okay.
Yeah, and then Gira might start looking at Durgan. Shall we get another and block that one? I will sleep on the ground.
Okay,
that's a good thought.
What's the other bed that you got?
The straight across one.
Just for the record, I am. Be suspicious, you never know what's going to be in there.
He's looking around.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
You didn't just
look under the bed.
Go to sleep.
The monster under the bed. Okay, so you jam up the base of that.
Yeah.
The base of that stairwell. All right.
It's so funny. We spent all this time going upstairs to sleep. If we were just taking a few more steps, we would have found.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Life of the adventurer.
Now supposedly the mist hadn't come into the house for who knows how long. It could just be because the children's spirits are no longer there.
All right, Wolf Girl. I need my beauty sleep.
Go on.
And he says, although. No, you finish with the trance. It can't really be broken up that way.
I'm gonna pull out a bedroll and try to get some sleep again.
Okay, where are you sleeping?
Probably in the same
same room as Farron.
chamber thing is there. Yeah.
Okay, Gira.
Wherever the other room that we took the bed out of.
Here. Okay.
I'm going to perch on top of the
well.
The well on top of the thing that's there. I'm just gonna sit on top of it and just keep a little.
Got a nice 360 view from up there.
Morgathi sighs, and he winds up dragging. Right, he drags this mattress. He drags this mattress out.
Oh, he doesn't actually have a bedroll.
And puts it into there.
Mattress.
He wants a mattress. He has a bedroll, but he's determined to have a mattress.
I see.
And then he does the same thing you did, which is throw
if he's smart, he can do better.
just throw the bedroll over. Okay. Artexia.
Yes.
For narrative purposes, I'll say you got through the trance enough, and you got through your trance. Now you just kind of have to have some downtime. So.
Oh, the absurdity.
As you're
okay.
As you're perched there, and you do feel your energies. Kind of, what does that feel like for her? Like with Gira, I was imagining a fire. You can change that later if you want to, Melissa. But
Okay.
What does it feel like for her?
It almost feels like wind around me that warms inside of me as I feel it gathering.
I can feel that. Okay. So even in this dead, nasty, fetid place, still you have this beauty and this flow around you. Yeah.
I still feel it.
And then again, maybe an hour later, as you're just resting your body, and you can hear the rest of your party has gone to some version of sleep. The ones that needed it. Finney is still sometimes poking his head out because he's like the kid. If you've ever done childcare, he's like the kid who doesn't want to go down for the nap. He's just poking out and like pretends to sleep for a while.
I go.
And then goes back. No one will ever know, but Finney wrestles with himself to not torment Gira as she's sleeping, like with the feather. He's like he wants to mess with her so badly as she's sleeping, but he knows she needs to rest.
She only nearly died. She might need a little sleep.
So you hear from the hallway. You haven't gone down yet, so it'd be
Stairs.
This one, this weird little. You hear on the opposite. You hear on the opposite stairs, on the stairs going down. You hear. And then a pause at the bottom.
I start to, obviously stiffen up.
Yeah.
I get off as quiet as I can, and I make my way over towards the obstruction that we have there.
And just kind of.
Look around.
Make a stealth check.
19.
Okay. That's a total of it's pretty high. It's north of 20, I know.
What do I use for the stealth?
Stealth is stealth should be on the skills on the side. It's
I see. +3.
+3. Yeah.
Okay, so 22.
It's 22. That's really good.
She's stealthy.
You're you're still an elf and you're a druid.
Stealth elf.
So you're damn quiet as you creep over there. And you look and you don't see anything. Maybe the shadows are a little darker over there.
I'm about to say, can I take a little flame and just toss a ball down that way and see what illuminates as it goes past?
So you basically shoot through the frame.
Yeah, like if there's a space, I can just reach and toss it. Yeah.
And then I'm picturing you immediately pulling it back up to ready.
Yes.
Okay. It splashes across the hard earth. Your flame does, but there doesn't seem to be any reaction.
I soften a bit.
Okay.
And I'm like, this freaking place is crazy.
And now you're wondering if you're just imagining things, if you heard, because everybody else is sleeping right now. It's kind of weird.
Maybe something fell and echoed. Maybe it's a ghost.
Could be.
Is there a way to do some sort of check for that?
There is. Make an Arcana check.
13.
It should be top of it.
2.
Yeah, 15?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. As you kind of turn it over in your head for a bit, you think, could be a ghost, for sure. You also think that this could be just an element of the house. Because even though you're underground right now, you don't feel like you've gotten out of the house. You feel like the house is still very much large and in charge, if you will.
One of the spells.
And it could just be one of the effects, some of the natural magic of the house going a little bit crazy, but also like preying on your fears. You know, that it's a subtle spell that it can kind of get into your head a bit.
Can I decide to turn around and just go peek in the rooms and see if everyone is...
Everyone is safe?
Yeah.
You look around and Finny looks up from Ling. Okay, and then you go by. All right. And let's see, his would have run out too. So y'all are going to have to decide. So basically, by the time you wake up, your light sources are suffering. Yep. As you get up, though, Durgan, you definitely weren't expecting this, but you feel fully recovered in a way that confirms for you, because you've known chosen clerics before. Not many, they're rare. But the fact that the glory of the Morninglord is fully within you and is after just sleeping is a little surprising to you. It confirms for you what Morgathi had been speculating about, though. And indeed, the rest of you, as you come to consciousness, Farron, I'm going to say you took a particularly deep sleep.
Only good dreams, I'm sure.
It's the hungover.
As you come back, man, I keep forgetting to do this too. I should have had you roll to see if wild magic activated on that. Yeah, I'm not used to it yet. It's okay. It's only 1 in 20 chance too, so it's pretty unlikely that would have happened. Okay, but you get up and you feel those rivers of mana that run around and through you and always have. You feel them replenished, restored, and you're back up, and you all can benefit from a long rest.
Huzzah!
However, your flame is about the only ongoing light source we have. Do you have light as a cantrip?
Nope.
I have dancing lights.
You do have dancing lights as a cantrip. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Which is concentration.
One day, maybe.
Yes, but it'll help us when we're moving around and whatnot.
Okay, so you wake up to dark.
Yeah, she goes ahead and immediately, she understands already what happened. She knew the lamps were dying, so she decides to make the light body. So it's basically a humanoid figure made of light, and she has it just kind of walk out into the middle area by the well there.
God. Yeah, great. The place where we've seen apparitions. That
I'm all startled
So you
over
see
there.
this glowing light body floating out, drift out there.
And then Farron puts her hand over her mouth and uses message to Artexia. And just go,
You. Like, stop.
You respond, yeah. You respond to it.
What I wouldn't do for some exfoliant right about now. What a fool I was for leaving. I didn't think I would be out this long. And Morgathi comes shambling out of the room. Apparently he isn't a morning person.
shocker.
That hits the nail on the head.
Crack, 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 crack. All right, all of us are still here.
We've survived the night, I must say.
Wonderful, wonderful dog.
Finny might
I do take
not
some
have
time
slept
to pray.
at all, but...
What does that look like?
He's probably gonna let's see, he's in heavy armor. What does that look like? Depending on what kind of sitting position or whatnot he can get in his maybe on his bedroll or what have you, maybe not, but either sit down, maybe even kneel in the armor and just spend time just sort of praying. And at this point, it's going to be kind of an additional thing of like, it's not just like communing with Lathander. It's actually going to be like trying to feel like he's establishing that connection all over again because it feels far away.
Far from home.
And it's almost like he needs to build that bond. So he's just going to constantly invest sort of like energy into...
In a sense, Justin, even though the two of you, like on paper, are the same, you're actually further than her because you can pull through your through your 40,000 years of lineage.
Right.
Even though you can't really touch the Great Mother right now. Mm-hmm. It's harder, but it's there, and you know it will be there until the day you die because it's your blood. For you, the only thing that makes you special, quote unquote, is the glory of the Morninglord flowing through you. So you have no lineage the way that she does to just immediately default back to. You have to keep that connection there. It's there. He has not abandoned you. It's just that you are in some unknown realm.
I mean, he doubles down on how important it is. He kind of feels like it's his duty to bring that forward
as much as you can here.
Yep.
Can we feel it as if he brings it forward more?
For those of you who are more attuned, what it feels like is there's a lessening of this oppressive psychic force that's all around you in this house, and it feels like you can think and breathe just a little more easily. That's probably how it would.
The weather forecast feels like, okay.
Yeah.
I think first thing in the morning he's going to give some sort of a history, parable, what have you, of Lathander, and that might just become like a routine.
So it would be like
morning sermon.
I'm thinking, because that was about
That's exactly
1,
right.
2, 6, and then so it is like it's the middle of the night right now, or it's very, very early morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning as you wake up and your sleep rhythms are all jacked, but you're underground anyway.
But yeah, to that end, right? I think I'm going to start each day with a sermon as soon as it's viable.
Okay, you're not doing that right now though, or are you? Okay, well,
short one, but yeah.
Well then, Justin, you better start writing some sermons.
Yeah, I know.
You have work.
Way to
do.
give yourself homework.
I know. Have given myself homework.
You have work to do. Yay! Who is?
I mean, because he wants to basically bring Lathander to.
Who are you proselytizing to today? Who are you preaching to today? Okay. What do your characters think about listening to the glories of Lathander the Morninglord?
Reminds me of home.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
Farron's
sure
so
you love
used
it.
to it, she just tunes it out. She's like spicing her rations with prestidigitation, trying to make them taste more interesting, and just like eating. And she's not being rude to him, but she's just completely tuning it out. She's used to it.
Finny has taken some random stick, and as Durgan is quietly preaching and laying out the importance of hope, he's poking the edges of the light body. That's kind of scintillating, and he's seeing,
It's still there.
and he's seeing if he can like make it move around. Agira, what are you doing?
I mean, Gira got like some serious healing from whoever this god is of his. So she's like doing her stretches or whatever in the morning time. And also kind of paying attention over the surroundings. She's starting to eye the chests in each of the room.
The chests.
But she's listening. She'll be doing something, and then she'll just kind of watch him, and as he talks, and kind of just nods.
Okay.
So.
There's
something to this.
I almost want to start next session with you giving that sermon in character, Justin.
Yeah, in character.
So be ready for it. Because you have to establish it. And this is,
that's the point.
This
right?
is a critical,
Yeah.
and this is a critical point because you guys are being badly tested right now.
Yeah.
So it'd be easy to fall into despair.
The stronger and the more the faith, the easier it is to bring Lathander here.
Yep.
So that's the point.
Yeah, I think Gira is
So it
finding
is
that she's got
selfish.
more in common with this dwarf than she thought.
It's about
So,
basically
interesting.
bringing something to this place other than misery and.
Hey, Kira. Fine. Is it bad if I started opening the chests?
I did that. I assume we didn't do that in character.
I want to get to them too.
Oh, good. Okay. Because I already.
We'll start with this one.
You already opened one?
Oh yeah. No, I already opened.
He's like, I was already
During the night, while you were fixated on like protecting outward, he actually snuck behind you and was messing with the rooms.
Freaking Finny.
You are really bad at keeping watch.
You were sitting on the well, looking like out. You weren't
Behind,
because you had two places to cover it.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I covered the doors.
What did you find, Finny?
I found so much stuff, but I found some real gross stuff too. So,
we need to know what all of it is.
actually, if he was screwing around all night, he eventually would have gotten these. Okay.
Did get some rest. Did you?
Plenty. And he says, "But do you want to start with the coolest thing or the nastiest thing?"
Well, let's start with some good news first.
Okay. Well, I think.
Is this after he's done with his sermon, or?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and you guys
Or
are
at
like
least towards the end,
You
or-
guys are breaking camp and getting ready to go. Finney says, "I think there was one in here that had. Yep, there it is. Okay." He says, "This one's really cool," and in his rucksack of holding of halfling criminal acquisition, he hands you a really pretty well-made short sword, but on the cutting edge of it, the entire cutting edge has been silvered over.
Ooh, fancy.
And he says, and he looks, your charisma's at 18 or 20?
Charisma? 19.
It's a 19? Okay. I think that's the highest in the group. So, Finney says, "Farron, here, I have a little, here you go." And he gives you an ivory hairbrush with silver bristles.
Wow.
She has a moment of pause because she doesn't know how to just accept the act of kindness. She's like, what does he want?
With this like little beanie halfling face.
She's earned that from one person ever.
Yeah. She just takes it and...
Here you go, and then you can brush it because you have really pretty hair, and it should stay pretty because it'll be real nasty down here pretty soon if you can't brush it. So there, now you have a brush. And he goes around.
That's so cute.
He goes around, and you kneel down. I am not kneel down. And in that way that halflings sometimes do, they just get their way. And some Morgathi, like he rolls his eyes into the next demi-plane. But he does. But his 6'5" ass does kneel down. He's like, "What? Do you want me to get on my belly?" And because he's trying to reach up to his face, and what do you? What? And there's this ridiculous little moment of slapping at each other, and then
Garrett's just gonna stand there and watch and
then-
enjoy every second of it.
like two cats.
This is
are just
hilarious.
ridiculous. And then Finney puts around a black leather eye patch with a carnelian onto his face. That's not even over my eye. Well,
But
all right.
Finny give you a gift.
Okay, all right. It is rather dashing, I admit. And he puts it on, so now he has this black leather eye patch. I can't wear it in fights. I know that. And
There.
he goes to you, Artexia, and he brings you 3 moss agates that are in a piece of black cloth that's folded.
Agates.
Agates, like green agates.
Oh,
like jewels.
okay.
Pretty rocks.
And he hands you that.
I got a bag of rocks.
Each, if you want to write that down, each of those is worth 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And then your silver, and then the ivory hairbrush with the silver bristles is worth 25.
Hell yeah. I don't need a hairbrush.
Are you keeping the silvered short sword for now?
Visitations for
Or are you going to give it to somebody else?
I don't even need this.
Do you want Finny to use it, or do you want to use it? Or keep it for now?
Finny's already got a short sword and a dagger.
He does.
And Gira knows how to, or at least I do want her in the direction of being able to dual wield at some point. So for now, she'll hang on to it.
Okay, so write down a silvered short sword, and that's worth 110 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Trade you for the hairbrush.
And then finally he says, Durgan, this is not the happiest gift, so sorry, but maybe you'll be able to do something with it. And he takes out a pouch that is clearly made of human skin. And he kind of tentatively hands it to you. Here you go. It has some coin in it.
I see.
And there is a small little jingle, jingle, jingle in there.
Where did you find this, lad?
Oh, this was in, and he points. He says, this was in the room Farron slept in. You and Farron slept in.
And you didn't hear him come in your room. Crazy.
Sleeping.
It's pretty sneaky.
He kind of like looks at it. He kind of makes a glance over at Morgathan.
Well, it's not terribly good craftsmanship, I can tell you that much, but we'll probably need the coin inside of it at some point.
I suppose we will.
I wonder whose skin that is.
Ugh. Morbid, even for me. Where did that coin come from? Well, I don't know. I didn't check.
He'll open it up.
Okay.
Kind of,
You look down, and it is definitely gold and silver in there, Justin.
I think he'll...
But the coins themselves have monarchs on them none of you have ever seen, and the shape is wrong. They're slightly they're not perfect circles the way that they. Well, Hytera basically doesn't use money anyway. The elves don't need money, but for the lesser species, sometimes you use coin, and these are
they just use digital.
Bitcoin, yeah.
But all of you are familiar with currency, and none of these are correct.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
These look.
I've never seen anything like it in my diplomatic training, knowing lots of other cultures or anything like that.
No, and you think you've seen almost all the currencies on the continent.
She'll say something like that to the group, like, I've seen basically every known coin. And never seen something like that.
Yeah.
I get a weird feeling once this coin is brought out. I get I feel it in my soul, something.
Oh, so the coin bothers you, but not the skin bag. Got it.
Sierra wants to pick up a couple different pieces and read them. Because she's still got the encyclopedias. She's like, maybe I can look up a word or something. Can she read anything off of
the
it?
last. I know we have a hard out today, hon. Make a history check, and that'll be the last roll of the session.
Yeah. I'm going to dump the coins out on the floor so we can maybe look at those, but I don't really want to keep the coins in the skin sack.
You see there is some sort of date that's been stamped on them. And the forgemanship, the metallurgy on these is not as pristine as like Durgan's people would have made, but it's decent. And you're looking over, and it's definitely a different dating system. Too, because it has some sort of lettering, like delicate lettering around it. It almost feels like rustic elves to you. But none of the rustic elves that would have been Artaxia's people, none of them use this kind of coin. They have no need for it.
Is there anything any word or name of a monarch she can pick out and maybe try to look up in the encyclopedias?
That's a good question. Because I know what coin I'm basing this off of. There probably is a name, yeah.
She'll pull out the books and look up whatever it is.
Not a match. So
no entry for it.
And Vinny says, "What does that mean?" Because of course he's looking over your shoulder. And
trying to find some information, but this is not in the books, and it's not like anything I've seen.
Yeah. Morgathi says, "It means it's going to be a lot harder getting home than I was praying."
This means we are in no dream. We are in a different world.
I really don't have time for this.
We're not in Hytera anymore, are we?
Ugh.
I was hoping we were in some sort of dungeon or some experiment or something, but no, I don't think we are. I think we're...
The moon has changed.
This is not... These
the magic
coins...
has changed.
Damn it!
The
monsters have changed.
I agree. I can feel the thunder very far away. Present. But distant.
I still have magic, and you can still monobend, so that means that magic exists here. And you've been using it too. That's good.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, look at my armor. Do you see this weird color? It didn't look like that before.
Oh, I thought you were just ill today.
Oh gosh, Morgathy. How you never cease to amaze me.
Gary's gonna turn to Morgathy. You said your magic does not work either.
Well, it has been working on these things. Look at them. It's made to fell things of flesh and blood, and it's ironic, isn't it, that a necromancer who's been studying at the College of Mystery for years is less effective here than on a High Terra. It's damn irritating. There's really nothing I can do about it. These undead things basically ignore poison. And that's most of my bag of tricks, with a little bit of necrotic energies to throw out the other side.
I do think we're going to be stuck here for a while, so maybe it's a good time to actually talk about how we deal with threats. Gera here, you always seem... Well, I've been impressed with your willingness to put yourself between us and harm.
That's Gira.
And
It is admirable.
prejudgment aside, I'm glad that you're here.
I appreciate that.
Are you able to do some of what I can do? Keeping people, well, heal the sick, maybe heal injury.
I can. I may not be as well as you are, but there is a bit of healing I am capable of doing.
That's good. Anyone else? Can you?
To Morg. No, the exact opposite, actually.
That tracks.
I don't know a lot about your craft, but I know that you dabble in life energy, do you not?
I do, and I've been trying to figure out ways. This entire thing, though, you see, unlike her, she has a disgustingly perfect lineage, and this one, who was born with it, or came to it anyway, he pulls out this fat, you could beat people to death with it kind of tome. He says, I have to study this. So it limits options, let's say, unfortunately. So I'm going to be on the lookout for some other grimoires while I'm here, some other magical journals.
As for you, can't say that I always find what you do all that tasteful, but I think we're obviously going to need to work together.
Me? I'm just a.
He's talking to.
To Morgathy. Okay.
Yeah, Finny, you're so
I'm just a mobile lost
From
and
a
found
life
unit.
cleric to a necromancer.
And he says, "Well, we all have our stories, don't we, cleric?
Hey, we do.
Do you prefer priest or cleric?
Either would work.
He's
All
a
right.
priest.
I know he's healing pretty well, but priest is fine.
But what I'm saying is that I'm going to take... I don't think we'd be here if I wasn't put in a position where I felt like I needed to trust you. So I'm going to. Hopefully you do the same with me.
I don't think we're getting anywhere if we don't trust each other at this point.
Well,
We don't have to trust each other, but we can work together.
Well,
there we are.
A certain degree of trust is required to work together.
so,
Yeah, you with your fancy words.
obviously,
Don't stab me in my back and I won't stab you in yours.
Well, that sounds like a deal.
obviously
shake
you're the
on.
one that's going to be probably up in the front. I'll do my part when I can. You, Finny, you lad. Or you seem to be quite the agile lad.
I'm so glad I figured out how to chop heads off today, or yesterday, or whatever. So no, I'm happy now. I'm unstoppable.
I think he knows parkour.
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what it is that you do, but it might be good to let us know how we can be of help.
I bring my friends gifts.
Aye,
See,
you
so it's good
did.
to be my friend.
Finny here is good at being quiet.
Oh,
When I want to be.
his folk
When he wants
usually
to.
have a reputation for such.
But I don't really like being quiet. It's boring. All right, and that is where we will have to leave the tale for now. Well, friends, we're still all alive despite some ghouls' best efforts.
Why are you the only one ever being hit?
Well,
It's because you're always in front, baby.
It's your tank.
Chair.
It's your tank.
It's
the chair.
It's
It's the chair. It's the chair.
Chair.
So we're gonna start with the exhaustion soon, then.
No. Don't get any ideas.
We're good. We don't need it.
All right, faraway friends. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Table, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did. And we will see you next week for the continuation of our little Curse of Strahd run. As you go about your business out there, stay safe, stay curious, and don't let the ghouls slash you up. Vale.